I really don't like being on camera like that, but this was put on my heart to share with you guys this morning. Well, it was revealed to me a while ago, but it was only put on my heart to share this morning. And I'm gonna try not take too long. I'm gonna try keep it short, right? So, the message is simply this: we need to understand that the spiritual realm is way more powerful than the physical realm. Now, when I say the spiritual is more important than the physical, I'm not trying to insinuate that the physical isn't important at all, because Matthew 18:18 tells us that whatever we sow on earth, we sow in heaven, meaning whatever we do here determines where we go when we die, or pass on rather. I don't like to use the word die. The soul never dies. Believe that. Anyway, though, let me just get to it, right? So in the beginning we read that in Genesis we read that in the beginning God made heaven and earth. If we look at the order of this, it's heaven, spiritual, and earth, the physical. Now, why do I say that, right? It's important to understand that when we read Revelations, we get to see that there was a war in heaven and then Satan fell down, right? Jesus in the gospel told us that he saw the dragon, the ancient serpent, the devil, fall down on earth like lightning, right? It hasn't happened in the physical yet. So how could Jesus have seen the devil fall, Satan fall, right? So when we go to Genesis now, we see that the serpent was in the garden, and that's how the serpent, the devil, Satan, deceived Eve and Adam. So when we get to look at things like that, we realize, man, how was Satan on earth deceiving the first humans if he wasn't already casted down? So that's where the spiritual comes in. It happens in the spiritual realm first, and then it manifests itself into the physical. Everything that Revelation tells us has happened. In the spiritual realm, it has happened. Now we just need to wait for it to unfold in the physical realm. So basically, the point of this video was just to emphasize the fact that we need to focus more on the spiritual things, and not to say neglect the physical, but the spiritual realm matters so much, because at the end of the day, the reason why I said I don't like to use the word die is because we don't die, we pass on. You know what I mean? That's not death. The flesh dies, but the spirit goes back to God who created it. That's in the Bible. And then what happens to the flesh? Dust to dust. That's in the Bible in Ecclesiastes, if I'm not mistaken. And then the soul is what waits in the grave to be judged, because again, what does Jesus say in the Gospels? He says, what good does it profit a man to lose his soul and gain the world? The soul is what gets tainted. When we sin, we taint the soul. But that's a whole nother topic, right? So for now, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please understand that this is my understanding. I try not to lean on my own understanding, so I wouldn't have made this video if I didn't feel like this needed to be heard, and it wasn't really put on my heart to, because I don't just come up here and speak what I think, But if you guys may have a different understanding, I would really appreciate it if you put it in the comments and let me know.